Good day, and now we are in module number 5 for third quarter 3. It's all about the same competency that we had last module number 4, which is all about judging the validity of the evidence listened to. So we will start on page number 1. So we have different objectives. The first one is to differentiate fact from opinion in variety of situations. Second, listen analytically to distinguish fact from opinion. And lastly, we have judged the validity of the evidence listened to. So for what I know part, you will write F and O. Capital F for fact and capital O for opinion. So you will read those statements, then you will identify if it's a fact or opinion. So again, when you say fact, meaning it's a pure factual information, meaning it's true. Then when you say opinion, it might be true but not for all. For letter B, you will read or you will let someone read this to you. Then you will list down the information whether it's a fact or opinion. For example, after listening to your parent or your sibling, you will put here the factual information that you have heard, then the opinionated statements that you have heard. When you say fact, again, pure truthfulness. Then opinion, it might be true but not for all. Fact, it is true and true to all wherever you go, wherever planet you go. Then right primary and secondary, we explained it in our previous module. Primary meaning the one who wrote the text is the one who experienced it, while secondary, the one who wrote the text is just explaining, is just summarizing, reviewing other works, but they are not the ones who experienced it. Then for what's new, read the article below, label each statement that follows either reality for fact or belief for opinion. So it is like the first one, the F and O, but you will write reality, all caps for if it's fact, then opinion. If it's opinion, you will write caps lock belief. So based here. So you will read it first and comprehend before you say if it's reality or belief. So what is it? We are in the discussion part, judging the validity of the evidence listened to. To build critical and analytical thinking skills, to judge the validity of the evidence listened to, you must learn how to tell the difference between the fact and opinion. So when we say facts, these are the statements that can be checked or proved. We can check facts by conducting some experiments, observations, and verifications. Facts often contains numbers, dates, or ages. Facts might include specific information about a person, place, or thing. So when you say facts, these can be proved. There is a proof, meaning it is true to all. For example, that we cannot live without oxygen, because there is a study and it's really evident that we cannot really live without oxygen. So when I say fact, it is true to me. For example, I cannot live without oxygen, and it's true to other people, to other person, that they cannot live without oxygen. So it is true to all. It is universal. Even you go to different sides, different countries, different continents, planets, and parts of universe, it is a fact. Because even astronauts are bringing oxygen for them to survive in outer space. But when we say opinion, It is a statement that cannot be proved nor checked. It tells what someone thinks, feels, or believes. Clue words for opinion statements are think, feel, believe, seem, always, never, best, greatest, all, none, most, least, worst. So when I say opinions, these are the statements that we can hear in giving own belief. For example, I believe that the most beautiful part of our life is when we entered high school. So maybe for me, it is the most happy, the most beautiful part. But for some other people, it is not their most beautiful part of their life. Maybe it's their worst, or it is depending on their experience. Meaning of opinion, it might be true because some of people can relate, but not all people really have the same experience. So that is the main difference between fact and opinion. Sometimes we are confused with opinion, but when we say opinion, it might be true, but not to all. But when we say fact, it is true to me, it is true to you, and it's true to everybody. While opinion, it can be true to me, but it can be not true to you and to other people. So it varies depending on culture, beliefs, or any convention. But when we say facts, no matter what your religion is, no matter what kind of culture you have, still you will have it. So hints for deciding if a statement is fact or opinion. To recognize a fact, read each answer and ask yourself, can this statement be proved? Which of these is fact? We live in the best apartment in the city. I believe that summer is the best season. I think that spaghetti is delicious meal. The Main Street Journal is a newspaper. So you will identify which is the fact. Best apartment in the city, is it true to all? Summer is the best season, is it true to all? Spaghetti is a delicious meal, true to all? Or the Main Street Journal is a newspaper? So most probably the fourth one. So for opinion, to recognize an opinion, read each statement and ask yourself, does it tell what someone thinks, feels, or believes? Which of the following is not an opinion statement? I think that Manila is the best city in which to live. Chocolate cake is the most delicious kind of dessert. Nearly 65 of our teens are overweight. Taylor Swift is the greatest singer ever. So the best city, maybe because the word think, the most, greatest, they can be considered an opinion. But 65% of our teens are overweight. It can fall under fact, especially if the sources will be included here. So when you are writing, remember facts are often used to support opinions. Yes. So sometimes do not be confused with opinions and facts like what I have said. Facts are used to support opinion to make the opinion or stand believable. So basis for comparison, when it comes to meaning, fact refers to something that can be verified, but opinion, it is just a judgment, own judgment, but not true to all. So based on research, study, or more on scientific. But when we say opinion, based on personal views only. What is it? Objective, subjective. When we say objective, it is general, universal, true to all. But when we say subjective, it depends on each individual, on how they will perceive, interpret, and have meaning to a particular thing. So verification, possible, not possible, meaning you can really verify that it's a fact because there are studies, but we cannot verify opinion because it is not true to all, as simply as that. Then represents really happened, But when we say opinion, it might happen but not true to all, or it might be a perception about something that can happen in some, but also it cannot happen for other people. So change, universal, differs for person to person. Like what I have said, universal, meaning all people will agree because it's a fact. Then opinion, not all people will agree. Words, shown with unbiased words. So there will be no bias because it's a fact. Then because it is opinionated, you will really have a bias, because you will be biased because you will protect your own personal view. Then debatable, no, because it's a fact. No need to debate it. There is no need for us to have debate on a fact because it's already proven. While opinionated is debatable because it varies depending on how people believe on particular topic. Then influence, then fact has the power to influence others because primarily fact is used to support opinion. But opinion, it has no complete power to influence others because it depends. For example, religion, culture, race, like that. So for what's more, you will choose what is being asked in each number. So you will just write the correct letter. Then for independent assessment 1, you will draw a magnifying glass like this. Magnifying glass will be check mark. Then a bulb if it is opinion. So you will identify if it's fact or opinion. Then independent activity number 2, read the following statements carefully and write Felipe for statements of facts and Ophelia for statements of opinion. So yeah, you will also identify if it is fact or opinion, but you will write Felipe if it's fact, then Ophelia if it is opinion, because like what is stated here, they speak differently. Felipe is very objective, meaning for the facts only. Then Ophelia is subjective, meaning for her opinion only. So independent assessment 2, look at the subject in each speech bubble, then write fact or opinion statements. So facts for climate change, you will cite facts. Then opinion, your own belief about online distance learning. Then facts for COVID-19, opinion for internet, opinion for K-12 curriculum. So opinion, meaning it can be based from yourself only. But when you say facts, it should be true to all. Independent activity number 3, read each statement carefully. If it's a fact, explain how it can be proven. If it's an opinion, simply write that it cannot be proven. So if it's fact, what do you think will make it proven? For example, based on statistics, based on research, like that. Then if it's opinion, you will just simply write it cannot be proven. So you can go back to or you can cite records if it is a fact. So for independent assessment 3, listen analytically to the conversation. Click the link below, or you can type it and you may listen to it. But if you don't have internet access, you can simply read the conversation, which is included here. Then you will list them 3 statements of facts and statements of opinion, then justify your answer. So 3 facts from the dialogue, 3 opinionated statements from the dialogue, then justification. Why do you say that it's a fact? Why did you say that it's opinion? So what I have learned, you will just simply complete the statement. I learned that. What did you learn from this module? So for what I can do, Write a report about the town you are living in. Make sure you will only state the facts about your town. Do not include opinions. So, the population, main industry, main attraction, and factual details. So, you will make an article about Obando. But you will include the details which are only true and not opinionated. Meaning, it's true to all Obandeños. So, I hope it's clear. Then for letter A, write a report about your town by using your opinion. So, the first one, pure facts. Then the second one, your opinion. This is your view of the place you live. You don't have to do any research. Because here, you will have research. The population, the main industry, like that. And you have here the rubric. So the content, if all ideas are correct, factual, opinionated, then you will get 4 points. Then, use gathered information as evidences. If you include evidences, in opinionated and in facts you have cited your sources, then you will get 4. Then, if you distinguish between the two, if it's facts or opinion, then you will get also 4. So, for assessment, you will choose among the letters A, B, C, or D based on what is being asked in each item. Then for letter B, 11 to 15, write true if the statement is correct, then false if it is incorrect. So true or false only about fact or opinion. So additional activity, you are now on the last part of this module. You will express yourselves summing up what you learned in this lesson. Look 3 articles from the newspaper and social media that contain fact and opinion. Paste the article in a long bond paper, box all the facts and underline the opinions that you can find in the article. So the maximum is 3. But if you will have 1, it's okay for me as long as you will submit it. So you can, if you don't have printer at home, you can copy. You can write it on a separate sheet of paper, then box the facts, then underline the opinions. So I hope you learn from our module, which is all about judging the validity of the evidence listened to. So if you have some clarifications, feel free to message your English teacher. God bless and stay safe.